Welcome back to Celebrity Radio with me, Alex Belfield, talking to some of the country's biggest stars and one of the UK's most popular touring comedians. He's got a brand new DVD out called All Grown Up, and Chris Ramsey joins us live from London. How you doing, Chris?
Hello, I'm absolutely fine. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm delicious, but not as good as you, mate.
Do you just say you're delicious?
Well, a little bit.
That's fantastic. I'm going to use that. I'm delicious. Yeah, man, I'm great. The tour and everything's going great. Really excited to have my first DVD out. Like, absolutely over the moon. It's exciting to know that people will be like buying something I've created, which is really, really cool.
You've had such a terrific year and it's gone so well. I guess getting the DVD is the final affirmation that you've actually made it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think people have to buy it for you to count that. I think just making it and hiding it in a bargain bin in a service station basket. But yeah, it's amazing. It is awesome to be able to do a DVD, to be able to make this thing and toil over it, and then have people. The fact that people have been sending us messages and stuff and photos on Twitter going like, I've just pre-ordered it. Here's the people send it and they go up. It's pre-ordered like an Amazon page or an HMV page. It's really genuinely exciting. Genuinely exciting.
We last spoke about a year ago and I said to you then that you're one of the most warm and charming and likeable comedians on the circuit. And I think we got to see you most through Celebrity Juice. That show certainly did you no harm in bringing you to the public.
Oh, thanks, man. I can't remember you saying that. I definitely would have remembered a compliment like that, you little delicious tinker, yeah. It's Celebrity Juice has been really good for me. I think the Katie Hopkins one, especially, that went viral. That was very good for me. But it is the kind of thing that I fall into. It's like, because my stand-up isn't formulaic, and it's not like you can come and see us 2 nights in a row, and there will be different things happening in the show, and there will be different moments, and I will roll off the audience. And I think that is what Celebrity Juice, weirdly, even though it's not a comedy show, it's not a stand-up show, Celebrity Juice is the main panel show for me that replicates live comedy the best. That anything can happen dynamic that happens in the show, and I think that's why I fit into it so well.
I presume when somebody like Hopkins comes into that studio and sits opposite you, it's gold dust, because that's an opportunity for you to shine, and you're not going to lose, are you?
Yeah, well, I'm the only comedian so far that's been sat across from her in that kind of situation. She hasn't put herself on that in that firing line before. She was supposed to be on the show ages before she came on, and I heard she was going to be on. I got really excited. Obviously, I was sharpening my spear, and she. That sounds sexual. It wasn't sexual. I meant like. Sounded like an innuendo. I didn't mean that at all. I meant literally a spear to go to war. But yeah, and then she wasn't on, and apparently she was really furious that they hadn't had her on. So she fought to get back on the show, and then when she went on, she just sat in the firing line really and just talked herself into it. Because as much as people think Celebrity Juice is a bit of a bear pit and Keith takes the mick out of people, it's done in a very positive, very loving, very kind of nice, happy environment in a happy way. So when someone like her comes in and just starts slagging off fat people and poor people, it's like, well, you know, fat people and poor people watch this show, so strap in.
Let's talk about your brand new DVD called All Grown Up, and indeed you have. You've just had a baby, you're married, you're settled down. I mean, it must be incredible being you. You could be the guy going out being the player getting laid if you want to, but you've chosen not to do that.
I've had the single life. I think we've all had it. I think it's something in your life that you've got to possibly get out of your system, I think, because I know I've got friends who've settled down, and I know people who are like, oh, I wish I could go out every Friday and I wish I could do this and that. And honestly, I really don't. I've really got that out of my system. I mean, I love going out with my friends and seeing my mates and stuff, but I don't know, like, it's not a thing I crave. When I see single people out, and when I hear like mates who are like, oh, I'm going to go out on the pull and stuff, I'm like a little bit sick in my mouth. I'm like, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Like, I can't remember what it was, but me and my wife were watching something on TV recently, and it was someone constantly trying to get laid, and I was like, I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. She was like, I know. It's like, I don't know, but I don't know if it's not. I suppose it's what you make of it. You know, some people would look at that and go, oh, that's boring, you're boring, but other people, family people, would go, you're not. And I don't know, I like to hit a medium between it. Me and my wife like going out together and like going out with our friends and stuff. But yeah, it's I definitely do not crave the single getting laid, as you put it, life.
I know I certainly have a way with words, don't I? Help me with then how you keep it exciting in the bedroom and not boring, because the first time you put your hand down the top, it's magical. The second time, not so much.
Well, I think your problem there is you're starting and ending at the top. There's stuff down from that. It's much more exciting.
All right, let's talk about your new life as a father then. I don't quite get it. I love my godkids. I love my nephew, but my God, they smell and they go to the toilet a lot and they have windy pops and bodily functions, all of which I don't want anything to do with. Why have you chosen to have a baby then?
Well, do you know what it is? I feel that about other people's kids. I feel that like they're just hard work. Do you know what I mean? Like I love them to death, right? But my wife's nephews, well, my nephews, but her sister's kids, they're lovely. But sometimes I'll be sitting like me in my house, my little spare room that I use as an office is at the front of the house, and the window looks down the driveway. It's downstairs, and sometimes I would look out on a Saturday and I'd see our sister getting out of the car and opening the car and these two kids piling out the car and be angry that they'd come to ruin me Saturday. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, look at this tidal wave of nonsense coming up my drive to ruin me Saturday. But looking at my son, looking him in the face, he's only 2 weeks old, but looking him in the eyes, I know that when he gets to that age, I'll think he's the best thing in the world, like I do now. Do you know what I mean? But with your own kids, it's different. And that sounded terrible. My wife's sister, who has these kids, they are a nightmare. They are hard work, but she loves them to death, and she can't bear other people's kids. So I think that's what it is. It's a very selfish, this is mine, I made this is the best kind of thing.
And help me with bodily functions, because you parents love to talk about this sort of thing. I don't like changing myself. What's it like changing another human being?
Do you know what? For the past 2 weeks, I've never in my life been more interested in someone else's bodily functions, someone else's bowel movements. Mate, honestly, I've turned into a poo cheerleader. Like, I'm honestly, it's like you'll undo his nappy and it goes from the idea of opening a nappy and going, look at the state of that, to you good lad, look what you did. Like, what a life he's got, getting commended on his poos, man. I mean, who doesn't want a high five for a good poo they've done? It's ridiculous. I think, right, I've worked out, my theory is that's why you can't remember being a baby. You can't remember being a baby, because if you could remember being a baby in detail, society would stand still. It would stop. We would all top ourselves when we were 14, because being a baby is the greatest thing in the world. You sleep non-stop. You poo where you lie. He poos during meals. Like, I'm putting a bottle in his mouth and it's like one in, one out, like a busy nightclub. Like, you're telling me you've never been halfway through a big poo and thought I could do a sandwich to get us through this?
Oy vey, I think we better move on. The Royal Variety, let's talk about that very finally in our remaining moments. What a great achievement to do that this year.
Oh, thank you, man. No, yeah, take 30 seconds. I'm really ridiculously excited to be doing the Royal Variety. Like, so excited. It's something I never ever thought. I mean, I'm going to be in the Royal Albert Hall doing me jokes in front of royalty. It's incredible. I can't wait. I'm so excited. You're going to see Chris Ramsey wearing a suit and doing stand-up for the first time ever.
And have a shave, for the love of God. I don't think this facial hairy-fairy thing's quite working for you.
Well, I'll take that under advisement, but you've just said you're not an attractive man, so your opinion means nothing.
You're not wrong there. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. What an amazing year for you. The Royal Variety, the baby, the wife, the house, Celeb Juice going great. You're on tour through the spring 2016. And the new DVD, All Grown Up by Chris Ramsey, is available now. Thank you so much for your time, mate. Lovely talking.
Thank you so much, mate. Cheers. All the best.